Yay for Diana. Assumed into heaven, body and soul.
Happy Feast of the Assumption, Diana.
Yes, happy feast. We are transitioning from the Assumption to the 20th Sunday of Ordinary Time.
Revealing Jesus.
I'm Father Ross Maselli. This is Timothy Rydberg, Parish Support Minister. To my left,
we're doing intros. Right,
Nick, I say Heiss.
Heiss. Flavor of the day, really.
In the traditional German pronunciation, High German.
Yes.
To my right, and I think y'all know Mr. Jesse.
How do you say it? Heiss?
Heiss.
I told you it was different on his voicemail.
I said Heiss.
Yeah.
Heiss?
Yeah.
I've always heard
I do.
Heiss.
I say it differently all the time.
Well, it's just like your name. You
Here we go.
Here we go.
Jesse told me his name wrong.
Yes.
The first time I met him like 10 years ago, he was like, my name is Jesse Spinogle. So for years, I'm like, Jesse Spinogle, and he's like, it's Spanogle. And I'm like,
Spanogle.
Tim was a young youth minister back then.
I get it.
Okay, four of us, this has become, now we're like a male version of The View.
Am I Whoopi?
Yes.
I was going to go
That's
with
a
like
good example.
Jesus, James, John, and Peter.
Am I Whoopi?
The View, fine.
You're Whoopi.
My face.
You do sit on the end. She sits on the end. Oh, boy.
We're all here.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
All the stars have aligned,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. All 4.5 viewers. So, all right, Tim, you take it away. That was my little
Okay.
welcome to the four of us.
Well, somewhere, I feel like pigs fly or hell is frozen over or something, because the front of the bulletin this week, as we talk about every time, is a collage. And Father does not like collages. But for whatever reason, this one, he was like, I like that. So we went with it. So here we are. We had a lot of controversy. Last week, we had that very popular image of Jesus reaching into the water to help Peter. And so I just got to give myself points because I picked it. And Father was like, no, but he let me do it. And then today at Bible study, we had a ton of positive feedback.
Everybody loves it.
And I'm like...
They're meditating on our covers.
So it is good. So please, this week is more, I think, just about the message about the open house, which we'll talk about again in a second. But... the main thing is when you do look at the bulletin cover, like, we're not going to put, St. Jude the Apostle Church, here's our contact info, all that stuff, our mass times. That's all inside. You can find that.
People.
A page turn. You can do it. You can find it. But please spend some time, just take the moment to say, please spend some time with the bulletin covers when they come out. Pray with them, because that's why we do it that way. This week, it's more like, come to the open house is sort of the invitation of it. But usually there is something that we like to put for you to pray to help you enter into the liturgy. So I actually had one of our parishioners mention to me how that's how they prepare for Mass. They come early, grab the bulletin, and then just look at the cover for a while because they're like, we like what you did. So
and more formally, we call that like a Visio Divina sort of thing, right? Where you pray with an image. So well done, guys. Well done.
Anyway. So, if you see anything with I think it's 70s, 80s style art, it's usually Jesse who picked it. So you can check that out when he picks it.
Or AI.
AI. All about the AI over here. Very good. Keep turning the page. Cool. Events.
That's a very motivating phrase.
Yeah.
I mean, when you pray on the first spread, this is like Parisio Divina. You pray with the parish.
You can find, I guess, for prayer, you can find the scripture readings for the coming week. That's really helpful. All the people who are taking the time to minister, please pray for them.
And I told everybody last week that in every bulletin we're going to have one mistake. And your job is to find that one mistake and let us know, just like the Mass times.
Absolutely. Exactly.
We do this on purpose to make sure that you've read the bulletin.
Are you reading the bulletin? That's the question. Oh, one thing, if you haven't read the bulletin,
Easter eggs.
Oh, we have there is a new thing on the first page. I forgot this. Nick's Google number is now there.
Yes.
Oh.
So
let me see.
There is something new. We haven't talked about the first page in a while, but now you can get a hold of not just Father or Jesse or myself or Sarah.
Call Nick.
You can call Nick, and we highly encourage you to.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, it's this. I think I screwed something up. It's the same phone number I have.
That's the number you gave me.
I think I screwed something up.
Oh, that's fantastic. So go ahead and call me.
So
You're
call
gonna
Nick.
get Father.
You might get Father this week.
I don't know. I'm just like, we might have found our Easter egg. All right. Anyway, back to the synodal revealing church here. Let's go. Here we go. Well, that's what page 3 is.
Yeah,
all
page
about.
3.
Okay, page 3.
You want to talk about the open house, Jesse? A little bit, what we're doing?
Yeah. So, as you know, this week is our open house. We're really excited for that. We're going to have all of our different ministry leaders here. We've invited, they'll be spread out around. We're going to have church tours. Dr. Michael DeSanctis will be offering those tours, kind of giving the history of St. Jude right after the 9 o'clock. And there'll be like a 15-minute quick tour. And then after the 10:30, there'll be like a half hour more in-depth theological tour. The Knights of Columbus will be here. Coffee and donuts. We'll be offering, I think we're doing hot dogs or something like that.
After the 10:30, because
After
everybody
10:30.
said hot dogs are too.
I think
like
it's-
after 7 o'clock
after
mass.
7
after
o'clock.
I have
7:30
no
mass?
problem with a hot dog for breakfast.
I think we might start early. We'll see. We'll
But
see. Yeah.
no, it's going to be nice. We'll all be here. We can give you tours of all the rooms to grow that we've been working on.
And they're all in progress.
Yeah.
Ironically, none of them are done. So
the bathrooms probably will not be done again. So, but
the floors are going to be in. They're working them right
that's
now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a great way if you know somebody who has been away from the church, someone left the church. You know, I've had a lot of good emails. A lot of good people have been emailing me. Hey, can I bring a friend? Where should we sit? Just come, be present, and stay after mass. Talk. We'll be available. Father's always available. And just come be in the community. So we'll answer any questions. Come meet, see the different ministry leaders, see all the good stuff that we're doing. So yeah, good stuff.
You can come over. Well, if you've never been inside the office, we'll show you where that is.
We'll show where Levi sleeps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can see. You might even meet him
His many beds.
running
Yes.
around. Yeah.
His favorite one.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on the time of day. Which bed is Levi's favorite? You can ask us about Levi, and he's wonderful. But yeah, please come. And we talked about this last time. It's an open house, as Jesse just mentioned. Because the main question I keep getting is, can anyone come? Can I bring somebody? Yes.
That's the idea. That's the point.
So next year we might just call it the open house because
I like that.
Open.
And just to put a light plug in to those who have been parishioners here, forever since you've been baptized, whatever, for a while, and you have yet to actually meet with Father. How beautiful a moment, an opportunity that is being given to actually speak with your priest. I think we take advantage of that, and we just come to mass and then we leave, and we don't actually get to know who is being Christ for us every week and celebrating the mass. So yeah, take advantage of that. That's not always given. So come and speak to Father if you haven't in the last year.
Fantastic. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, not a problem.
Thanks for the plug.
he's awesome. That's what we're trying to say.
Yes. Get to know this guy.
But yeah, next week is busy, right? Open house,
Yeah.
back to school stuff.
Yep.
All of our usual things are happening. The little pastoral council meeting, getting that ready, and then back to school color dance is on Friday night. They'll be out in the parking lot. When the good old confessions are in there too, so that's great. But it's a busy week, busy back to school. Getting everything ready for that. So
This upcoming week, as we again talked about this last week, but we put it earlier in the bulletin as a reminder, the second collection, or the special collection for the churches in Latin America. There's so much. Nick just talked about how we kind of take for granted sometimes, the presence of a priest or getting to know somebody. I mean, the stuff that we take for granted in the United States with our freedoms, with lack of persecution, this special collection goes way beyond just we're gonna keep the lights on in South America. It goes to so many different things. So please be generous and help our brothers and sisters down there.
Good call.
yeah, it's important. And if you remember, Levi's middle name is Romero, after Oscar Romero. So that's why we support.
I'm not
Church in
surprised.
Latin America. Yeah, exactly right. And then so there's our open house, with a big stamp on it.
You put
Sunday.
the collegiate stamp on it.
It has a High School Musical vibe for all the millennials out there. You can come and we'll dance and sing. Yeah.
So that's nice. Yay. Refreshments and snacks. Okay, so that's happening. So you got that. And the August giveaway for the Win a Vet. That is a special edition Funko Mickey.
What is
Like
that?
like he's breaking it down like funk, like 60s, 70s funk, like Motown, or like what type of funk are we talking
Funko
here?
is a pop culture lifestyle brand that we may or may not subscribe to.
All right.
But the 25th anniversary edition of this particular Mickey, and there's only 25,000 of them out there. So very, sought after
Get your hands on it.
Yeah.
plastic toy. No, it's a collectible item. So
Yeah, for sure.
You can take him with you when you win your Corvette and drive to Florida. So you can and you can glue him to the dash on the Corvette. That's what I think is the most important part. Just glue him right to the dash.
You got to.
You have no choice.
Absolutely.
But this page, yeah.
Nick, why don't you take the question there for us?
Yeah, look at this great question.
So these I don't know if again anybody realizes this, but in the bulletins there is usually a question that comes from the parish, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
awesome.
Parishioners are always like, what about this? What about that?
And so typically you'll find it on the bottom corner, right? This beautiful Q&A. So this week's question was Jesus ever at any point not God and just human? That is a beautiful question. For many, we don't often sit with this, right? Even in our catechesis, we hear that God is, or Jesus is fully God and fully man. But the answer I will simply read and just give a better description instead of rambling on. Jesus was indeed fully God, is fully God and fully man from the moment of the incarnation, right? So Jesus had two natures. If you ever notice, actually, in art, stained glass windows, the crucifixes, typically his hand placements, you'll see 3 out and 2 down. This is actually a symbol of his unity within the Trinity, the 3 fingers, right? Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and then his 2 natures, fully God and fully man. So now as you look at Catholic art, you can always be reminded of this truth. But one did not overpower the other. One of his natures did not overpower the other. They were equal. So this is called the hypostatic union.
What's the word of the day?
Theological
term of the day.
So Jesus was like us in all things human, right? But sin. Jesus was fully God and simultaneously, right, at the same time, fully man. So we had a good discussion earlier of like when Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist. What a man. God says from the heavens, right? The dove comes down, the Holy Spirit in the form of the dove, and he says, "This is my beloved Son with whom I am well pleased," right? He didn't say that for Jesus to know that Jesus was his son, right? Mm-hmm. Or that he was divine in any way. That was for us as humanity to come to realize who Jesus Christ truly is, that his words are true, and who he says he is indeed who he is. So.
Very nice.
Very good. I did not know about the finger thing.
Yeah.
The 3 and the 2.
You just doing a peace sign?
Yeah, I always thought that was just like the Jesus
What
piece.
up? Yeah.
That's what I thought that meant. That's
It
fantastic.
can mean other things. I mean, I think there's some.
Well, I'm sure it can, but I'm just
Last
saying,
thing.
I will always be like, oh my gosh, look at that.
I just hope
hypostatic
I
union.
hope we explain the hypostatic union correctly. Like, I don't want to get the
I'm pretty sure we did.
like a letter from the Vatican.
Fully God.
The Vatican
Like,
police.
You know
are
what?
being
I
called.
encourage you to look that up on proper Catholic sources and cross-check us. So if we're wrong,
Read
please
your
call.
catechism.
Yes, catechism. And while you're doing that, also review us on Google.
Yeah.
That's a QR code for people that think it's just bad art. So scan that with your phone.
If you can do Visio Divina with this, fantastic, but it's not for that.
That's awesome.
We like getting our reviews on Google. So you review us. If you don't want to give us 5 stars, please talk to us first.
Yeah.
But otherwise, give us a 5-star and tell us why and share with the community why. The more reviews we get, the more people will find us on Google, and the more they'll be likely to check out St. Jude, especially when they travel.
I mean, and you're welcome to say whatever you want, but the main thing is to get more exposure on the internet. If you do have a problem or something is bothering you, that's not a great way to communicate with us. You could use that, but again, we got the Google numbers,
Come
we've
to
got
us.
the emails. Come
Yeah.
walk into the office.
Yeah.
We are not afraid to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like there's no animosity or anything. So please come on in if you do have something you want to talk to us about.
Okay, Diana's saying move it along.
Okay,
So
sorry.
we got. I don't know. We're up to 14 minutes. We got to move this along. Some people have to get to work or something. I don't know. Right? Our donations. How are we doing with donations? Are we getting a few things coming in?
Yeah.
I was talking to some of the teachers from Tracy. They're excited. I know our faith formation team is excited to have some new markers and crayons. Something about like broken crayons, but then people reminded broken crayons still color. Well, that's
Speaking
nice.
of faith formation, you just created a really cool way for people to sign up
Beautiful.
for
Yeah.
faith formation, which I understand, but Father says it the best.
All right, so it's a little bit confusing. We have to create a parent account on Flocknote, Maybe you already have one, maybe you don't. And then as soon as you do that, you'll create your child's account underneath you. So you're like a proxy for them, because most kids, we don't need their information. We need the parents. So when you do this, you scan this, or you go to our stjude.church/faith website, it'll tell you to sign up through Flocknote. And when you do so, it'll ask for your information. Just make sure then you kind of scroll down and then say add, not you, or like add family member. I forget the language. So check it out. Any questions?
I believe it was add
call
family
Nick
member.
and Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can read all about it here on this. What is this 80s inspired flyer?
It's the crayons. It's
So colorful.
broken crayons. Thank you.
Yeah. It has all colors.
Oh.
And therefore, last but not least, a few things on the back cover. Good old information there.
We're gonna have to make a new church bulletin podcast flyer.
Yes, we have to.
Put Nick in there.
Well, good, because that photo is kind of...
It's photoshopped 3 different images.
I know, but I'm like...
describes
I thought you guys did a good
perfectly.
job with it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But you instantly make all of us look handsomer, so we gotta upgrade the
We can
photo.
work on it. We work on it.
The kindness here in the office is absurd.
Please follow, subscribe. If there's anything you would like to hear about, whether it be questions, like Nick said, give us a call. There's
Open house.
also
Open house.
yeah, open house.
Just get here to
Follow,
open house.
subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Peace out.
God bless.